Traveling is one of life's greatest joys, but did you know it also comes with hidden risks? According to the U.S. State Department, over 30 million Americans travel abroad every year, yet many don't consider the dangers they might face. Shockingly, reports show that 1 in 10 travelers will experience some form of crime while away from home. That's a staggering statistic. When you think about it, being away from your comfort zone can make you more vulnerable. From lost luggage to scams, the challenges are real. In fact, a survey found that nearly 60% of travelers have felt unsafe in a foreign country at least once. These experiences can ruin a trip and leave you feeling uneasy long after you've returned home. But don't worry. In this video, we'll cover 6 essential travel security tips that will help you travel smart and safe. From clever packing tricks to mastering online privacy, you'll learn how to protect yourself and your belongings while exploring new places. Whether you're a seasoned globetrotter or planning your first big adventure, these strategies will give you the confidence to enjoy every moment. So, are you ready to travel like a pro? Let's dive in and equip you with the tools you need to stay secure on your journey. Chapter 1. Pack like a spy. Discreet gear for every destination. When it comes to traveling, how you pack is your first line of defense. Think like a spy. Your goal is to keep your valuable items hidden, not flashy. One simple trick is to use decoy wallets. You can stash some small bills and expired cards in an old wallet and carry your real one in a hidden pouch. Pickpockets will go for the easy target and leave your real valuables alone. It's clever, right? For your passport and cash, avoid standard money belts. They scream tourist. Instead, go for hidden pockets sewn into clothing or even socks with zipper compartments. A study from the U.S. Department of State found that over 300,000 passports are reported lost or stolen every year. Keeping it tucked away is critical. One pro tip. Wrap your high-value items, like a camera, in clothing, and place them in a dirty laundry bag. Thieves are far less likely to rummage through what looks like sweaty gym socks. And don't underestimate simple locks for your luggage. A study by the British Transport Police showed that most thefts occur because people didn't secure their bags. TSA-approved locks are fine, but you can also go a step further with tamper-evident zippers to make sure no one's been inside. Lastly, always split your valuables. Keep cash in multiple places. If one stash is compromised, you've got backup. The idea is to never put all your eggs, or dollars, in one basket. It's a simple strategy, but it works. Chapter 2. Digital Cloak. Mastering online privacy abroad. In today's connected world, digital security is as crucial as physical safety. Public Wi-Fi? It's a hacker's playground. A recent study showed that 25% of public Wi-Fi networks lack any encryption, making it easy for hackers to intercept your data. The safest solution? Use a virtual private network, VPN. A VPN creates a secure tunnel for your data, even when you're on an unsecured network. Most people don't realize how exposed they are when traveling. For example, avoid logging into sensitive accounts, like banking apps, on public Wi-Fi. Even checking social media can put you at risk if your connection is vulnerable. According to a report from Norton, 87 million people in 2019 were victims of public Wi-Fi related cybercrime. That's not a number you want to be a part of. Another strategy is to disable automatic Wi-Fi connections on your phone. It sounds small, but it's big. Some Wi-Fi hotspots are actually traps set by hackers. Always choose your network manually and make sure it's the real deal. And let's talk about phone security. Set up two-factor authentication on all major accounts. It's a pain, but it's one of the easiest ways to protect yourself. Even if someone gets your password, they'll need a second code to access your account. That could be the difference between a safe trip and identity theft. One more thing. Don't forget to back up your devices before you leave. Losing photos is bad enough, but losing critical data like hotel bookings or insurance info is worse. Keep copies stored safely in the cloud, and you'll have one less thing to worry about. Chapter 3. Eyes wide open. Detecting tourist scams before they happen. Every traveler has a story about almost getting scammed, or, unfortunately, actually getting scammed. It's common enough that even seasoned pros like Rick Steves talk about it in their travel books. But here's the good news. Scams often follow predictable patterns. If you know what to look for, you can avoid them. First, beware of overly helpful locals offering unsolicited help, especially in touristy areas. They may look friendly, but some are part of a scam network. A classic scam? The friendship bracelet trick. A friendly stranger ties a bracelet around your wrist and then demands money. It sounds harmless, but it can get aggressive fast. Taxi scams are another big one. Drivers might take the scenic route to run up the meter. In some cases, they might say the meter's broken and ask for an inflated flat rate. According to a survey by the Global Business Travel Association, 30% of travelers have experienced some form of taxi or rideshare scam. The fix? Always agree on a price upfront or insist the meter is running. When it comes to ATMs, always stick to machines inside banks. Skimming devices on ATMs are harder to detect than ever. The European ATM security team reported over 12,000 cases of ATM fraud in 1 year alone. It's safer to use machines that are inside well-lit, reputable locations. Finally, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Scammers often rely on rushing or distracting you, so slow down, think, and don't be afraid to walk away. You'd be surprised how quickly a situation can change when you show you're not an easy target. If you're finding this information helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips and tricks on safe travel. Your next adventure should be memorable for all the right reasons. Chapter 4. Invisible Footsteps. Navigating safely at night. Exploring a new city at night can feel magical, but it comes with risks. The key to staying safe after dark is to be aware of your surroundings and make smart choices. One great strategy is to follow the locals. If you see crowded restaurants or streets full of people, that's a good sign that the area is safe. On the flip side, if a street looks deserted, it's probably best to avoid it. A report by the World Health Organization states that crime rates tend to spike after sunset, especially in unfamiliar tourist spots. So, always plan your routes ahead of time. Use apps like Google Maps or Citymapper to know exactly where you're going. Having a plan makes you look more confident, which is something opportunistic criminals avoid. When it comes to transportation, always use official taxis or rideshare apps like Uber. According to a 2020 survey by the International Transport Forum, unlicensed taxis are responsible for a significant percentage of crimes against tourists. If public transit is your go-to, try to ride in the more crowded cars rather than empty ones, especially late at night. One simple, effective tip: carry a small flashlight or use your phone's flashlight feature. Streets aren't always well lit, and having a light can make a big difference in how you move through an unfamiliar area. Another great trick? Walk with purpose. Scammers and thieves tend to target people who look lost or unsure. Even if you're not quite sure where you are, act like you are. It's all about projecting confidence. And if you do get lost, step inside a hotel or store to check directions, don't do it on the street. Lastly, avoid flashy clothes or expensive-looking jewelry. Blending in is one of the best ways to stay safe. A 2018 survey by the UK's Metropolitan Police found that tourists who dress down and blend with locals are far less likely to be targeted. Chapter 5. Unbreakable Bonds. Safeguarding your luggage. Like a pro, luggage theft is more common than you think, but with the right precautions, you can avoid it. First, always keep your bag in sight. It might sound obvious, but in busy places like airports and train stations, distractions happen. According to a study by the European Commission, around 1.7 million pieces of luggage go missing annually in Europe alone. One tip? Use a cable lock to secure your bag to a stationary object like a bench or rail if you're sitting in a crowded area. Thieves won't bother with something that takes extra effort to steal. For extra security, consider using anti-theft backpacks or bags with lockable zippers and slash-proof material. These are specifically designed to make a thief's job harder. Here's a trick that might surprise you. Don't just rely on external luggage tags. Most people place their personal information on the outside of the bag, making it easier for someone to take advantage. Instead, put a card with your details inside your suitcase, hidden among your clothes. This way, if your bag is misplaced, airport staff can still return it to you without advertising your info to everyone. If you're checking a bag, invest in a luggage tracker. These small devices let you track your suitcase in real time via your phone. Companies like Tile and Apple offer options that are super easy to use. A 2019 report by CETA showed that airlines mishandle about 25 million bags per year, so having a tracker can help you locate your luggage quickly. If you enjoyed these tips and want to learn more about safe travel, please subscribe. We'll continue to provide you with valuable insights that make your adventures unforgettable.